today, from Ford Field in Detroit, Will Lutz to kick off. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The return man, Ty Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They hand off to their big tight end. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 15 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches.
At the 43-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson.
Make a play ball, baby. Make a play ball.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll run it with Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down. Blanket.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So how's that? An interesting way to start this ball game.
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for the sack. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang. Had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Smith. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards. And the Saints, first down.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara.
Oh, that's the way to run it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Stafford. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll let this fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 49 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
To try again after the sack. Stafford looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Got a man, that's Quinn. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake, because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Murray. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it. But that one was incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Breeze again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up while the training staff work. On him, we'll step aside and be right back. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
There's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Breeze. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 44, Breeze. Flush to his right. This is complete to Michael Thomas. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Lions will use the first. Their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And his pass, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Stafford looks to throw again. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 38. Prater's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second.
So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And able to get this out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Saints 7.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Emmanuel Sanders. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking for the tying score here, down 15-8 as they have it 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
42-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
To the air again, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Stafford.
At the Saints, 22.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Quinn. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Saints.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And now a pause here after the play because, as you can see, slow to get up is Alvin Kamara. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
Lutz on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Saints 18.
Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Now Stafford. Got a man, that's Quinn. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Looking left sideline. Incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, now Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the keeper, it's Breeze. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Saints 41-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up backing the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
17-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brees. Smith catches left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Brees to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Brees now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. And a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So his 2nd field goal in the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
At the 30-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
It's 3rd and 10.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Makes the score Saints 21.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And he's got it up and through. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 33 seconds to go. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Quinn. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Stafford. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.